Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding.
Beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line. Here we go, here we go! Stop! Look at this! Go!
They'll start on the ground, Etienne, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On play action, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 38, Lawrence. This complete to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 22, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So first and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And they'll run with ETN. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Steps away. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Eckler. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Herbert on third down now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chad Muma with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, ETN once more. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Etienne, a gain of 10, brings up 3rd and inches.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Come on, Nick.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They find some open field here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the counter, Etienne. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Another toe for Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nifty move. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A give, running right, ETN. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Chargers 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a couple, Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. They face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Let's go. 61, max, right. 83, 218, stop.
From the 38, Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
ETN up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The tackle made
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They started on the ground with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. 20. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Once more, ETN. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Herbert. That's caught, and he lost the football, and the Jags grab it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Toss left side for ETN. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On On second down, ETN once more.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. The Jaguar season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.